Hey, you guys, let's get into your reading. Divine, what energies presently surround Pisces? Okay, so we have umbrella that's coming out. So femininity, fashion, shelter, prestige, power, protection, prosperity, royalty, as well as a need for protection. I'm also hearing some sort of covering. So I do feel like some form of, this is odd, but some form of partnership could be very significant. And not just because I have the hat on, but there's emphasis on the color red. So I do feel like this could be a relationship of passion, and not passion intimately, but passion as far as desire, approach. Like I feel like there will be some form of possibly reciprocity involving you and another individual. This could be romantic, this could be friends, this could be family, but I do feel like a relationship is getting ready to expand. I do feel just heavy emphasis, heavy emphasis on a partnership. And then the other card that came out is chat. So open communication with a friend or a family member. Chat openly, incoming messages, social media, text messages, phone calls, as well as messenger. So I do feel like there could be some form of communication. I'm also seeing the word connection. So I do feel like there is going to be some form of connection made. This could just be simple conversations over the phone, just cultivating and growing a relationship. This feels like it's new. This could be you revisiting a relationship that's already been good, like nothing's wrong with it. But I feel like maybe there is a need for expansion. So this is either cultivating a relationship, or it feels like a new one. I don't feel any emphasis on, forms of detachment or people coming back that you've dealt with before. This feels very positive. It feels like you're more so moving into a space where you are like really rooting yourself on a solid foundation. This feels like the beginning stages of a budding relationship. Divine, tell me more. The energies that surround this reading. Okay, so we have play. Excuse me, I don't know what that was. We have play. So childhood memory, swing of things, joy, back and forth, as well as step carefully. So this does feel like cultivating. It feels like the beginning stages. I'm also seeing the Page of Cups. So I do feel like this is like the beginning stages of new emotions, how you feel, development is very significant here as well. Like these are like this is the stage where you will determine honestly whether you want to continue to move forward with something. Like these are, very crucial. This is a very crucial time, for you when it comes down to building relationships. Divine, tell me more. But yeah, definitely the beginning stages of possibly new friendships and things like that. And it seems to be somebody who's reliable. So Space Ranger, so hero, stand-up dude, a soldier to lean on, trustworthy, loyal friend, helper, green flag, as well as fair and kind. So this is actually pretty good. And then we also have bounce. So gratitude, be happy, grateful, great attitude, life can't keep you down, and bounce back. So I do feel like the reason why bounce is here, I do feel like, there's emphasis on you possibly having relationships that you've dealt with before, or experiences that you dealt with before that are not likened to what you're experiencing now. So it's almost like this is a fresh experience for you and you have nothing to go by. I feel like that was the way it was meant to be. And although this is a new experience for you, because you dealt with those experiences previously, it gives this air of you learning from that, and you also knowing what you want and how you want to move in the future when it does come down to you building relationships, establishing relationships, or just being in the space where you're expanding relationships that you already have. Yeah, I feel like you've learned very valuable lessons in both ways, and I feel like you're getting ready to learn more here. Let's see. Divine, can I have some direct energy surrounding this reading? Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. So it definitely is some form of wish fulfillment with desire. I feel like this is the makings of the type of relationships that you always wanted. It seems like you're more so in control of, how you want to move and what relationships you want to be a part of, how you want to establish those relationships, what you are establishing those relationships on as well. Divine, tell me about the Ten of Cups here. Hmm. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords. Interesting. And Queen of Swords. Interesting. I feel like there is something that you may have insight on. There's something that you may be looking at with a very fine tooth comb. Seven of Swords is giving me an energy of investigation. A period where it feels like a trial. Divine, tell me about the Seven of Swords. That's what the Seven of Swords feels like. It's yeah, Two of Pentacles as well as the Page of Pentacles. It's almost like a decision moment, deciding whether you want to invest in this or not. Whether this is something that you want to give your time to. Because with the Page of Pentacles, you're definitely taking your time with learning. I feel like what would be these relationships, and with the Two of Pentacles, deciding what you want to do with them moving forward, because I feel like is it stay or go, build or demolish. Divine, tell me what the Two of Pentacles is. We have the Tower. Yeah, this is like really deciding on deciding whether you want to do this or not, making a very strong, solid decision. And I feel like, this will be something that you will expand on, especially if it resonates with where you're going in your current life path. Two of Pentacles, the Tower, definitely a decision, type of moment. Divine Tower with the Two of Pentacles. With the Queen of Cups, I do feel like this is something you're deciding, whether you want to give your emotion to or not. Because with the Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Cups, very endearing type of energy, an energy of, I believe, will be comprehension and understanding. This is somebody who could relate to you. And it's just definitely giving me an energy of whether this is something that you want to cultivate emotion, because the Queen of Cups, that's a very sincere energy once again. Divine, tell me what's happening moving forward with the Two of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. So Queen of Cups, King of Cups. It does seem like, this is something that you would expound, because I feel like in some way maybe you will feel like you've met some type of match to you, and this match doesn't necessarily have to be, once again, romantic. It could be a very good, solid friendship. Somebody who you meet where y'all resonate on a level that you can't even comprehend or understand. And I don't really feel like it's for your comprehension. I feel like it's more so to build you back up in a space, because these are cups, so it's definitely emotion based. I feel like with the Queen of Cups and King of Cups, this isn't a space that you led with. Even with the Seven of Swords, like you didn't lead with your emotions, you didn't lead with your heart, but there is a lot of emotion here on the table, but it's also emotion as well as cultivation, stability here. Like, where would you be safest? Where would you be, more solid? And I feel like, when it comes down to building and establishing relationships, you are deciding. You're making very strong, solid decisions as far as your emotions. We have the Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you maybe know in a way that you can trust this space is what is giving. Divine, tell me more about the King of Cups here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so we have the Page of Pentacles, and now we have the Knight of Pentacles. So there's growth here. I do feel like there's maturity. I do feel like there's work done. This is something that you're really you will take your time with this, or you have taken your time with this and still do take your time. Like, relationships for you are a really it's a real strong attribute for you. You know, when you have something like that in your space, you most certainly are going to try it, because I do feel like you, once again, these behaviors that you possibly dealt with previously, you know, were not likened to the friendship that you know you would like to have. You know, I feel like the relationships that you had previously possibly were a convenience of time, you know, longevity, but longevity does not create or make good friendships. Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the Ten of Swords, yeah. Ten of Swords. And then tell me why the Ten of Swords, Divine. Okay, so we have the Hermit as well as the Eight of Swords. I feel like there is maybe this, I wouldn't even say that it's fear, this thought of you feeling as if you would do better on your own. Eight of Swords, the Hermit, very self energy, very self imposed, very and I dare to even say selfish, but not in the standard traditional sense of selfish. Selfish more so in the sense of you maybe even gatekeeping yourself. You know, I feel like you will most certainly be in an energy where you will resonate still, possibly with being in a space more to your own. We have 10, 9, 8 here as a synchronicity with the Hermit being 9. So I do feel as if there is definitely more so a feeling of singularity, because I do feel I feel as if you enjoy your time. You enjoy your time by yourself. But I do feel like don't let that be the thing. Don't be so quick to retreat off to yourself. Divine, tell me more about this Ten of Swords. We have the Four of Wands, yeah. It's almost like you can do bad all by yourself, but this is not the case. It definitely gives an energy of self-sabotaging too. I'll tell you that as well. Because it's like you can get so used to now being in a space where people have not been very favorable to you. It's not been great experiences for you as far as people, especially when it comes down to extensions of people and who they're supposed to be, you know, in your life. This definitely gives a vibe of you feeling like you could, you know, more so work on your own. Divine Four Wands here. Yeah, we have the King of Swords. It's definitely given a vibe more so of separation. Yeah, because maybe something about this is temporary. Ten of Swords, because I do feel like there is something that you possibly see about the situation that could bring you alarm or could bring you pause, and more pause than alarm, because there's nothing here that I feel will really taint you as an individual. I just feel like it's more so rooted in what the relationship will be. But it definitely, you know, still gives a vibe of you coming into contact or connection with someone. There will be some form of communication. And communication in itself seems like that's the thing that is in your energy more so than anything else, some form of communication. So it seems like there are people who want to talk to you, people who have your interest in some way, but maybe we need clarity on that. Or you probably need clarity on many other things. Maybe you feel like you're at a standstill. So let's get you unstuck. Check out our sponsor, Psychic Source. If you click the link down below in the description box using my unique code JMarian, and if you're a new member, you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only 1980. So there's plenty of time for you to ask questions, not just a question, but you can ask questions and you can get a lot of clarity and insight concerning a lot of things in your life that you feel like you may be stuck on, that maybe other people can't help you out of, including yourself. So get an unbiased source that you can trust. You choose the advisor, And if you're not satisfied with the clarity and insight you receive, you can get your money back. So you win, period. Like you win if you get the clarity. And if you feel like you haven't gotten the clarity, you can get back what you put in. So risk free for you. Okay. Those details down below in the description box. And now, on to your reading. Divine, what is the direct message here? Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I'm on. So somebody's tired. Divine, tell me about the Nine of Wands. Someone is tired. Page of Pentacles. So it seems like something for you is at a standstill. I feel like maybe you're tired of waiting, you're tired of waiting on something. Page of Pentacles, waiting on something to come in, maybe some sort of opportunity here, maybe a message, some form of communication. With the Empress, it does feel like Empress at the bottom of the deck. So there definitely is some waiting period. Emphasis on the number 9, okay? Yeah. Divine, tell me more. Nine of Wands, Page of Pentacles. We have the Judgment. So there definitely is something you're waiting for. You're waiting on some final decision, something to be final. This with the Judgment here, something most certainly is like a final decision. You're waiting on something to come in. Yeah, with the Temperance. You have patience here. Yeah, you're waiting. Like there's this thing here about waiting. You're waiting on something to come in here with the Judgment. Divine, tell me more about the Judgment. We have the Queen of Wands. Something for you to definitely take action on. This could be some sort of work. This could be a passion. This could be some form of art here as well. Something creative. With the Queen of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck as well. Interesting, Nine of Cups. So this most certainly feels like an opportunity, maybe an opportunity of a lifetime, something you've been waiting for to get something started. Queen of Wands, definitely. Divine, tell me more about the Queen of Wands here. The Judgment, yeah. So Queen of Swords. So Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. Queen of Pentacles was just at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Divine, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Yeah, we have the Five of Swords. Like there is something that you are it's almost like you're dead set on it. Like there's some sort of aggravation, that is starting to get expressed. Like you're becoming impatient. Temperance back at the bottom of the deck. You're becoming impatient. Yeah, you're tired of waiting. That's just the energy right now. Divine, why are we tired of waiting? Five of Swords, Knight of Wands. It's like you're ready to get back to work is what this is feeling like, Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're waiting to like get back to work. Something has been at a halt. Something has been at a standstill. You're tired of having to wait. Knight of Wands with the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're ready to get back moving. Yeah, you're ready to get a whole lot moving. Like something has been stagnant with the Eight of Wands here. You're ready to get something moving. So Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, definitely movement. You're ready to get back to work, you know? The Ten of Pentacles, yeah. You're ready to get back to work, ready to get back to providing. Divine, Eight of Wands here. We have the Hierophant. Yeah, you're ready to get back to work. Okay, maybe somebody has been out of work for a while, and you're waiting to get back to work. Like you you've had provision. Like I don't feel like you're struggling, because it's not giving that energy of, "Oh, I'm ready to get back to work because I need money." No, something with you is okay, but it's something about maybe you have the type of personality, where you're used to working, you're used to always doing something, and you've been out of work for a while. Because there's definitely something here about contracts, buildings, corporations, with the Hierophant. Yeah. Divine, tell me more. The Hierophant. With the four wands, yeah. You're ready to hear some good news, with the four wands. Some good news about you receiving possibly a new job, a contract, a gig, but you're waiting on something because I feel like you're also the type where you've maybe have filled out a lot of applications. You sent your resume out to a lot of places. Divine, what else with the four wands? We have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. If this ain't, yeah, somebody's ready to get back to work. You're ready to get back to the business, is what you're ready to get back to. Yeah. This is so funny. Some of y'all tired of sitting around, huh? Three of Pentacles. Yeah, with the Death and the Queen of Cups. I feel like you're ready to get back to work. Like this is the message that's really coming out. Ready for Six of Wands. Yeah. Queen of Cups. Like this is you're a very creative individual, whoever you are. You're very creative Queen of Cups. Yeah. Queen of Wands. Very creative. With the death, you're most certainly ready for some sort of change, some sort of transition here, you know, with Three of Pentacles, because things have been moving slowly. Yeah, things have been moving slowly. We had the Hangman as well as the King of Cups. Yes, that's twice that the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups have come out in different readings in the reading previously, as well with the Hangman as well as the King of Cups. It's almost like you've been waiting in the background with the things that the things that you've because let's just say, maybe you're some sort of musician or an artist and you have many different things in your creative vault that you could release that you've been hanging on to. I feel like you've been waiting for a particular time, especially with the King of Cups coming out now, because the King of Cups gives me an individual who knows, who's more so emotionally sound, but they're actually in the forefront doing it. It's more passive. It feels like it's more ease, like there's flow to here or flow to it. And I feel like it was for you. You were waiting for a particular period, for a period where you can just flow into things, where you can ease into it. You're not meant to rush into it. Something was being prepared for you with the death here as well. Yeah, something was being prepared for you to come to it, because I feel like just as much as you wanted to do this, this wanted you as well in it, if that makes sense to you, you know. This is not just a blanket experience. Divine, what else here? Yeah, lastly. Yeah, the lovers as well as the King of Pentacles. I feel like with whatever you're getting ready to come into is going to establish you and solidify you in a very solid space. I feel like this space is going to be possibly even a mainstay for you for quite a while. Something that you love, something that you desire to do. I feel like you're going to get an opportunity to do that. And that's whatever facet it could be, just a one-off experience that leads to many different things in the future. For some of you all, this will be, direct career where you will get the opportunity opportunity that you've been seeking, and you are going to flourish in that environment with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is going to be a mainstay for you for a while. Okay, Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And that does include our sponsor, Psychic Source, because every now and again, we all need clarity. And that includes tarot readers or anybody who throws cards. Sometimes you do need an unbiased external source. So, Psychic Source, check those details down below in the description box as well. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and I'll see you in the network. Bye, guys.